What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring a video today that I haven't done in a long time, since 2020, but I pick a person that I kind of quote unquote want to give flowers to. That term is definitely overused now, but just for the current term, the current use of the term, give the flowers or show some respect or show some recognition to a guy or a person. But right now, this is a guy that I think right now, personally, is the best at analyzing and breaking down a game of basketball, and that's Jason Timpf of The Volume. Colin Cowherd's network, The Volume. I watch on YouTube. I just started watching. I've been following for a while now because I found out about The Volume and Draymond Green. I've subscribed to that and watched that religiously since he started doing that podcast, but I haven't watched nothing else until about 3 weeks ago. Let me say, something just told me something to watch. Oh, excuse me, let me slow it down. Something told me to watch Jason Timpf. I'm like, okay, let me watch him. I watch Callan sometimes, but not really. But I really subscribe just for Draymond Green. Some told me to watch Jason Timpf, and ever since then, I forgot it. It was 2 weeks ago during the Mavericks and Suns series. It was a reaction to one of the games. I forgot which game it was. I was like, man, he's pretty good. So from that point on, I watched every night, every game night. After the game, he'll say his reaction to the Heat and Celtics or whatever series it was going on. So then it was a day off. I think after the who was it? The Warriors beat the Mavs, and after the Celtics beat the Heat, it was a couple days off. So something just told me, let me go back and check everything he's done on The Volume, probably since the playoffs started. And he's great. He's the best to me at analyzing the game of basketball, breaking down techniques, schemes, adjustments that coaches needed to be made. He's also good at pinpointing what they did make, the adjustments they made, and things of that nature. So he's just overall the best to me personally that I've seen right now. I don't watch too many sports things. I like to keep my mind fresh, open to new ideas. I don't want to, no current ideas from anyone else get into my psyche and say it's mine and kind of plagiarize. So I like to keep it fresh. I don't watch too many other sports channels or sports in general. As I said before, I watch clips of First Take, not First Takes, First Things First. I don't watch First Take at all anymore, but I do see social media clips that go viral of JJ Redick and things like that. But the only thing I really watch, clips of First Things First. I like Nick Wright, and I like the dynamic of their Chris Broussard and Kevin Wild. I like that trio dynamic. I like JJ Redick's podcast. I like the Knuckleheads. I like the Pivot, stuff like that. But I don't really watch the debate shows or anyone else's channel. But Jason Timpf, man, he's really been a godsend to me personally. Like I said, I don't watch the rumors and prediction type of style videos that I do. So seeing someone like him who's strictly just analyzing the game, things that happen, adjustments that happen, things that need to happen the next game, and you see, and when he says those adjustments that happen, sometimes you see those adjustments bleed over to the actual game, the next game. If the Mavs needed to do this, they end up doing it. And sometimes he'll call it, say, hey, I see a streak in Boston that Boston gonna come out aggressive, and then they're gonna be lackadaisical game 2 and 3, or game 3 and 4, whatever, and end up they be lackadaisical game 2 and 3, as he calls it, and then they come back game 4 and 5, bust their butt. Well, whatever the sequence is, he's very knowledgeable. He realizes the streaks, and he sees the inner workings and the things that the normal fan doesn't see. And a guy like myself, I play football, so I'm used. I can analyze and break down that game. And I play basketball as well, but not not in school. But just growing up and stuff like that. So I'm knowledgeable on sports as well and all that stuff. But analyzing isn't really my game per se. I could do it if I wanted to, but not really my game or my thing to do. I'm cool with doing the way I'm doing things. But Jason Timpf is definitely, from what I've seen so far, the best at analyzing, breaking down the game. I just want to give him respect. Just recognize them for it. If you have anyone else that you think is better or on the same level, let me know. Like I said, I don't listen to too many other people. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. because and like for him, he's not a direct play-by-play guy. I have seen some thumbnails of guys, you know, or like how you go on a thumbnail, you hover over it, you kind of see them, a little part of their video. I have seen guys pull up plays and break them down and break down what actually happened and with the squiggly mark, with the squiggly lines, all that stuff. He's not doing that. He's not breaking it down that minute level, but just overall game plan, different stretches of the game where he noticed things, stuff like that. He's great. He's great at doing that thing. Some people I've seen, I've seen their thumbnail clips. They really break down, minute level things that I haven't got into that yet. So I will say that. But the style that he does it in, that's analyzing the game in general as a broad spectrum, and he gives tips and schemes on how he think teams will adjust and coaches will adjust if they want to have a chance at winning the game or the next series or whatever it is. He definitely usually spot on, and teams try to do that whether it works or not. It doesn't matter. He did kind of give us a tip, say, hey, this is what they will do. And you will see him on the bets side as well. He'll go on, what's the name? Live Bets, Live Bets. I don't really watch her either, but I know he's been up there before. He referenced it on his own content, and he's gotten a few picks right here and there because he's, kind of can not predict, but kind of see how the ebbs and flows go, and he kind of can tell how the next game or next series or whatever will go. And everyone's not perfect, obviously, but he's been a treat to find out about and watch his content, his old content, and see his new content and stuff like that. And he's great to me. So I'm gonna stick with him. I see people say he has his biases with the Celtics this offseason, this postseason, excuse me. Which I haven't noticed, but I do see he talk about them a lot, and it's about they're kind of being a dualistic team. One time they'll be aggressive, next time they'll be passive, and how their split play kind of can harm them and hurt them. He's been on that pretty heavy every time I've seen a Boston Celtics video on him. But I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. If you have them as a best team and they're not playing up to par, and you know why, because you've been saying it for a while now, and you've been reiterating the same thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And if he does have a bias, it's cool. I'm not tripping about it. But yeah, I think he doesn't have a bias. He's said he's a Celtics guy this postseason. He's not a fan of them, I don't believe, but he said he liked the team and how they're built and their talent level, but just they have undersold it sometimes, and sometimes they've achieved perfectly, and they're not going to do it every time, which he's already pinpointed because, they take the foot off the gas sometimes, then they get aggressive, then they don't, and so on and so forth. But just watch the man's content. That's like he's better at it than I am explaining what he actually does. So watch his stuff, watch his old stuff, watch his new stuff. Subscribe to the volume. That's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.